The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, everybody. This is Mike Long, and tell me if you are ready for a barn burner. Give me the number one, or say, yeah, I'm ready, or whatever. If you are ready for an absolute barn burner, because we got one today. Yeah, everyone's fired up. We got a ton of people live. We've got over 100 Project Xers live already, and people pouring in. And why is Brad Mabry in the audience instead of in an organizer? Brad, you didn't get the right link. All right, let me move Brad to organizer status. Give me just a second here. There you are. We've got a lot of people in the audience right now. Okay, let's begin with the Lord's Prayer, and we'll go from there. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Okay, get a little bit of background noise. I'll soon find out who that is.
That's probably me, Mike.
Jimmy, 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 Jimmy
Yeah, sorry about
Kelly.
that. There's some work going on across the street here.
Jimmy Kelly was a bullfrog. Come on, I know people are going to sing. I have a lot of people on the Facebook said that they were going to sing. A very good friend of mine. I never understood a single word he said, but he really helped me rank my websites and Amazon pages. Right? Yeah, see, people are singing. They're singing. All right, good. Today is so exciting. Let me begin with a pre-announcement. I just wrapped up a launch jacking alert, and this will be a little bit timely. You may be watching this after the fact, so if it happens later on, don't worry about it. But there's a launch jacking opportunity that's coming up. It's launching tomorrow. So it's kind of a last second thing. It's something called JV Wealth Blueprint. I think that there's going to be some really good commissions in it. And I just wrapped up a video with Peter Parks and Andrew Fox, who are the guys behind it. So if you're excited about that and you want like an insider scoop to how to get to the JV page and stuff like that, send me an email at omg@omgmachines.com and I'll get that over to you if you're, really want. And something that's going to be a high dollar thing and it's going to go really good for people. Okay, so we are talking today two big topics. We're going to be talking about Amazon plus Google, which is very different than just Amazon alone. If someone's trying to sell you just Amazon alone, training on just Amazon alone, just say no. Just say no because it is much more powerful to combine Amazon with Google. It's a real rocket booster shot. We're going to be talking about Amazon plus Google, and we are going to continue to talk about Death Star Reloaded. So this is going to be a huge barn burner of an event. It's going to be really big. We have three very special guests online for this special event, which gets me especially fired up, especially excited, and so it's going to be a biggie. Now, Brad, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brad Mabry. Let's pull Brad's Facebook up. Brad Mabry. And we have an all-new module coming out with Brad. This is your wife?
I can't see your screen.
You can't see my screen. See, I need Greg to tell me when you can't see my screen. All right, I will show my screen. So this is Brad's Facebook page. This is Brad's wife, and this is his. This is your lawyer, right? Is that correct?
Yeah. I'm in bad shape right now. Yeah, we dressed him up for Easter. So.
Okay, great. So we have Brad on the line. Brad, are you excited about bringing this Amazon module to Project X?
Extremely. I know a lot of people have been asking about e-commerce in the Facebook group, so this will be e-commerce on steroids, I think.
Now, shouldn't they just go off and buy one of these amazing programs on Amazon instead? Wouldn't that be way better for them?
Yeah, because you only get to sell through Amazon and not Google. So,
so that way you can enjoy can enjoy like 1/5 to 1/10 the results. And
that way you don't get too stressed out about having too much money.
Right. So listen, if money is a stressor for you, if having too much money is a stressor for you, I'm sure you can find a webinar, an amazing webinar on amazing Amazon techniques right now somewhere where you can achieve 1/5 to 1/10 the results and spend a lot more money and have a lot less fun doing it. So if you want to head over to another webinar, I'm sure if you haven't taken our advice and gotten off of everybody else's list, then I'm sure you're getting bombarded today. Give me the number one if you would like to make 1/5 to 1/10 as much money as what you can make with what we're showing you, and have it be much more stressful, much higher risk. Okay. Scott Schaff says pro bono. Okay, great. So this is going to be exciting. Now, Mike Swanson, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Mike, you're going to reveal today. Swanson, you are going to reveal today something that you have made an actual specific Amazon listing that you've made a ton of money on. You've made thousands of dollars a month on it, month after month, and you're going to show us how it is that you're going to take this thing to the next level. You basically use Google on the front end to build a list and to use your list to jack this product up into the heavy categories. Where you're on top of things and you're getting lots of traffic that way. But you're actually about to take some of Greg and Jimmy's techniques and rocket things up even higher. Are you willing to take us inside of that today?
Yeah, sure, for sure.
Would you folks now? Are you sure that you don't want to go to another webinar and make 1/5 to 1/10 as much money and work much harder? Radio silence. Okay, Mike would prefer to make 5 to 10 times as much money and work far less. Now we have one other guy on here, Jimmy Kelly. Jimmy, are you there?
What's up, Mike? Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Is it much
Can you hear me?
smarter? Yeah. Isn't it much smarter just to do Amazon, to just go over to China and buy products like pearls and hold your breath and hope that the Amazon fairy is going to come and just give you lots of money and just ignore the power of the real Google search engines? Is that a smart move?
Yeah, you mean like $40,000 worth of pearls that never sell?
So wait, but on the plus side, someday, if you get your mom to write you a review on Amazon, and your best friend and your best friend's groundhog to write you reviews on Amazon, then won't you eventually, at least be able to make 1/5 to 1/10 as much money as you could make if you harness the power of the real Google search engine?
Well, it'd be a great Mother's Day gift.
$40,000 worth of fake pearls.
Yeah, it's all about traffic. Draw that traffic in wherever you can get it.
Well, and now let me ask you this: if I go to let's say I go to Amazon right here, and if I search for even something like stock trading,
You see what comes up if you do that.
so if I search for stock trading here now, using the power of the real Google search engines and building a list, Mike was able to make this book right here, Strategic Stock Trading, the #2 book on all of Amazon. And actually, Mike pulled up something really neat. We're going to show you how to leverage that even more. But the thing is, if I search for it here, then it's one of many books, and that results in a lot of sales. That's good. That is good. But it's one of many books that people are searching from. But if we were to go to Google and type in stock trading today, and now as of today, like E-Trade, Investopedia, and TD Ameritrade and Wikipedia come up. Jimmy, if you were to predict, if we were to look at page 1 in a couple months from now, do you think that it would be possible for Mike to have an Amazon listing on here?
Oh yeah, within a matter of weeks.
Within a matter of weeks. And Jimmy, from your experience, what happens when there's an Amazon link on here? What follows? What ensues?
Well, you usually generate at least 4 times as much money as you're making on Amazon typically.
Right,
Well,
because
it'd be pretty incredible.
Yeah, because people see that page, they trust Amazon, and we see this in category after category. This is I'll pull up. Let me see, iPhone amplifier. This is something that me and Brad already kind of exposed in our module. Right here, you see this Amazon page right here is number one. If you click in on this, and this is your listing, you're not competing with a bunch of, I mean, yeah, theoretically somebody can come down here and look at these lesser offers here, but you're at least, at the top of the page, like you're going to make the sale.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
no doubt about it.
And these things convert like great. Jimmy, over Christmas, you helped a client, how much money?
$100,000 within a month's time.
What, $100,000 in 1 month's time. What was the profitability of that?
I don't know exactly what his profit margin was, but his pure profit was $100,000. So I mean, he sold
the
more
pure
than
profit
that, but
was
that's what
$100,000.
Yeah, the pure profit was $100,000. I'm not sure, between Amazon fees and some of the other costs,
Sure.
what it was total, but
yeah. So this is something we're going to get into. This. There's 4 big ways to make money with this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take about the first 45 minutes to an hour of this event, and we're going to get into why this very special OMG Amazon, this Amazon plus Google OMG style is so amazing. I think that absolutely everybody should do it. Okay. This is a lot like Day Job Killer. Okay. I believe that everybody should be doing some of this at least. Okay. And I'm going to get inside of how important I think that is. And then what we're going to do right around the 1 hour mark, 45 minutes to an hour in, I want to switch over. I want to tell you something else that I think that every OMGer should either be doing right now or at least have on the calendar for the next thing to do, which is Death Star Reloaded. How many people are already getting started with Death Star Reloaded? Death Star Reloaded. Good. Wow. A lot of people have already gotten started with it. Well, you guys are going to be really excited because we're going to get more into depth. Oh, a lot of people have. Wonderful. Are you seeing that, Jimmy?
yeah, that's awesome, Mike.
Good. Good. A lot of people getting started with that. Now, Janet wants to know.
That's awesome.
Janet wants to know, so the guy making $100,000 in 1 month is an Amazon associate or as an Amazon seller? This was as a product owner, Janet, and we may get into to some of what he was doing. We haven't decided on that particular thing just yet. But what I do want to do is I want to start off by letting people know what it is, how it is that you can make money with this whole Amazon thing, with our version of doing Amazon. So I'm going to just shift to rich text here. I'm going to pull up my little, pull up a new little document situation here for you. Okay, so there are 4 big ways that OMGers can make money to make money with Amazon plus Google. Okay, so first of all, does everybody already understand what we're talking about when I say Amazon plus Google? Give me the number 1 if you think that you already understand. Give me the number 2 if you feel like you're a little bit in the dark on it. And of course, it's fine to be a little bit in the dark on it. That's one of the reasons why we do these acceleration webbies, to help shine a light on things, because OMG is a city on a hill. Okay, see some number 1s, seeing a few number 2s. Okay, so it turns out, Jimmy, is it very hard or very easy to rank a web page, an Amazon page, to get a page like this and to rank it in the real Google search engine?
It's very easy. It's a lot easier than you would ranking a site. There's a few things you have to pay attention to when you're doing it, though.
Okay, great. So
I'll tell you
go ahead,
one
Mike.
thing. We were talking. I was looking the other day about books. You know, the idea of ranking my book, the Amazon book, in the Google search results, is so powerful. And I've never tried to do it. And if you look on the stock trading term, there is a book on Amazon that shows up on the 2nd or 3rd page. And then I looked at other terms too and saw sometimes they show up on the 1st page, sometimes on the 2nd page, but usually the 1st or 2nd page. But then I went and I used Open Site Explorer and looked at how many links are these guys getting to do it, right? And it was generally like 1. It'd be like some guy was speaking somewhere and he had a link to the Amazon page. So there's like for books, there doesn't seem to be any competition at all.
Yeah, let me take you inside of a little bit about what happens with this stuff, and you know, it's funny because Brad and I were working on this module on Friday, and I woke up Saturday morning and I actually called Mike Swanson and I said, Mike, you know, Mike and I had worked together on strategic stock trading to have him put it together and to have him launch it to a list that he built with both paid traffic and with free traffic from the real Google search engine. And so that was how he got the start of that. That's how he got that launch. And we talked about how it would be just so easy for him to take that and really put things on steroids. And let me show you what Mike sent me. He sent me the Open Site Explorer results. And Jimmy, can you take people inside of this? This is really exciting. Show us what's going on with this. I want to help folks understand what an incredibly exciting opportunity this is. So I'm opening up Open Site Explorer right here. And what we're looking at, let me just try to zoom in here a little bit so we can really see. So this is Mike's product page for strategic stock trading. And we can see that it has a domain authority of 99 out of 100, a page authority of 53 out of 100. But these are the links coming into his site. And he's got one page that's a domain authority 99 that's got a page authority of 76. This is an inbound link to his website. He's got another one that's 99 with a 67 page authority coming into his site. Another one that's 99 with a 62. Jimmy, what does this mean? Take this from Greek to English for us.
Okay, so basically what's happening is you're going to get related books or other bestsellers that are going to be linking into your page. So typically when you're looking at an Amazon page, it's like, you know, at the bottom they also have, well, other people also bought blah, blah, blah. And typically what you got going on is you're going to have a lot of these relevant other pages linking back to it individually. So it also presents an opportunity to also manipulate those other pages or the links that are coming to you. You can also boost those up to actually push yours up.
So these are all
Google as well.
These are all inbound links to Mike's site. Is that correct?
Yeah. The Amazon page, you mean? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if we go to simple stock trading formulas, for example, then there's a very good chance
that's my
here.
competition.
Right. They're your competition, but they're actually helping you because they're also probably linking back to you. This particular one, it's right here. Here's the link. So the funny thing is, this is a situation where your, quote unquote top competitor is actually giving you a major potential advantage if you're inside of OMG and you know how to take advantage of this. This is the elephant in the room. Again, people are not doing this. This is so easy to do. There's so much money on the table with this, and yet almost nobody is doing this. Jimmy, tell us more.
Well, it's kind of interesting. This all goes back into also kind of how we, for those that are in Project X, how we manipulate taking over category pages. So domain authority dictates your rankings. So what happens when it's coming from the same site where domain authority is the same? In the case with Amazon, all those pages domain authority are the same. So what it defaults to is page authority at that time when it comes to that. And so basically, whoever has the strongest page authority once domain authority is in play is the one that's going to win.
So basically what you're saying is there's going to be one site, sort of like Highlander, right? There's going to be one site that's going to rank. So for example, if we go back to Google, and I really hope this is starting to get people's juices flowing. And it's absolutely okay if you're a little bit confused right now, because it's that tiny bit of confusion that you're feeling right now that's locking out your competitors. Where your competitors are sitting right now and they're on the outside of the gate. The gates are locked and they're never coming in. And this is something that you can take advantage of because we're shining a light on it right now between me, Jimmy, Mike, and Brad Mabry. So right now, Jimmy, this guy is probably the guy who has the edge on things. This book right here, Amazon Simple Stock Trading Formulas. Right now, this is the guy who has slightly more page authority than any other Amazon pages, probably.
That's correct, and it might even be click on that and see if it's an individual book or if it's a category page. So it is a book. So what it comes down to is page authority at that point. So when you're looking at some of these, this is with any search. This bleeds into your local 7-pack as well as your, or your Google Places, whatever you want to call it. This also goes into organic. Your domain authority
for
dictates
example,
your rankings.
This is how our Facebook page is number 1 or number 2. This is how our Weebly page is number 3. This is how our Yelp page is number 5. This is how our YouTube video is number 6. This is the same technique that we're using to dominate with natural SEO. Is the same technique that you can use to go absolutely crazy on Amazon.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you understand that, you got to another thing you can think of is like, if you're considering page authority, even if when you create a new page on a site and it comes out with a 1, so anytime you create a new blog post or a new page on a site, it's 1 over whatever that site's domain authority is, right? So you got to consider, is page authority the same coming from a domain authority of, let's say, 99, which I believe is what Amazon is, or versus like 45? It takes a far less amount of links to actually manipulate that page authority on the 99 versus the 45.
All right, great. And I want to show folks something that Mike sent me this morning. Something that Mike Swanson sent me this morning. So this is a link that he gave me. I'm going to pull this up. This is a little kind of a goofball site called yesiv.com, and I don't even know what this is. But anyways, I'm going to type in stock trading here. I'm going to give you kind of a visual representation of what's going on. So I don't know how well you guys can see this, but what this is, Mike, is a visual representation of like what's linking to what on Amazon. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, what's really okay? These are the books. These are the books linking to each other. Okay.
Right.
And what you'll notice is you see one floating around with 5 books linking to it, and you see my book in the middle. Well, being in the middle of this is a pretty big deal. That's why my book is second, right, on the Amazon search results, because so many other books are linking to it, and they're linking to it because people have bought them. My book has sold so much over the past couple of years that when people buy my book and they buy another one, they link the two together, right? And so that's why mine is showing up in their search
because
results.
with your book, we're going to go after truly big stuff with this book. We're going to go after you ranking number 1 with your Amazon page on the real Google search engines.
Oh, it'd be incredible. I mean, it just I can see it's easy. I can see how easy it's going to be to do it. But this gives you a good representation, though, of any, if you're interested in books, you could type in a topic, and this will show you what are the best sellers on that topic, on Amazon, which books are selling what, and so forth. And
now, just so everybody knows, you don't even need this to rank number 1 on Google. We're just showing you. We're just showing you the awesome power, because the crazy thing is, so much money is being left on the table if you go and you try to do Amazon and you don't have this Google stuff, right? Like, there's a reason why airplanes can't get into outer space, because they don't have, so when it comes to, if I type in space shuttle, right, then how does a space shuttle get into outer space? Well, they have these massive, right, this massive rocket ship below. Jimmy, this is what Google is doing for your Amazon page.
I'll give you one tip too.
Absolutely.
Here's how you can have anyone selling a product on Google can have an advantage. The title, you see the title of my book in bold, Strategic Stock Trading. But the subtitle, okay, here's a guy. The subtitle, you see this guy's book, Simple Stock Trading Formulas, and he says how to make money trading stocks. Okay, when you look at mine, the subtitle is essentially a lot of keywords. Okay, it's Best Personal Finance. It's just a bunch of those are all keywords.
This is Greg Morrison style keyword stuffing.
Yeah. I've stuffed my. I've got a book with a title stuffed with keywords, and here's the advantage: is I can do that because I'm self-published. but publishing companies will never do anything like that, right? And I mean, it's the same for any product, you know.
And
They're not
Brad,
going to keyword stuff it.
and Brad, go ahead. I was going to say, and Brad Mabry is going to show you the same thing. So this
Oh,
works.
okay.
So this works. This doesn't just work for books, and I'm going to take you inside of how to make money with this. The first thing I want to impress upon you is how incredibly easy it is to get started with this. B, how cheap it is to rank something on Amazon. But C, how you're not losing any future power. You're not. It's not like this is only going to work for small keywords. This is the kind of thing that can work for the biggest keywords in the entire world, the most lucrative keywords, the most competitive markets where you're beating down and humiliating the big boys. And just if that sounds fun to you, if beating down and humiliating the big boys sounds like something that's really, really fun, then type in the number 1. Just give me the number 1 if just absolutely humiliating the big boys sounds like a good time to you. Okay, great. And
Yeah, that's actually why I got into it, Mike, because I got busted with Penguin 2.1 because my site couldn't handle some of the links I was sending to it. So I decided to switch to Amazon and just, outrank the big guys that showed up overnight.
this was after
in the automotive niche.
OMG Live Nashville.
Correct. Yeah, that's when I actually started it. It happened right before Nashville. I was like, well, Jimmy's going to be talking a lot about domain authority. So I waited till that event and then just kicked it into high gear. So that's what I did.
Yeah, this is going to be really exciting for people. So, Brad, what you were able to do was take a brand new Amazon listing that took you not very long to put up. We're not going to explain how you did it on this event today. We're going to show you inside of Brad's module, which will be inside of Project X starting in the next few days. But long story short, it took you, let's say, less than $20 altogether to make an Amazon page that's made you $500 per week, day in, day out.
Mm-hmm. Easily, yeah.
Less than $20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A lot less. So,
so right now, if this idea, because I'm not going to move on to how to make money with this stuff until you are thoroughly impressed and thoroughly inspired by what's going on. So what I want to do is I want to go over to Facebook and I want to go over to the big thread that's about this event on the OMG Team Facebook group. It's probably pretty well buried by now because it was only a few minutes before this event. Oops, there's Janet, Andrew, Jimmy. So this is the thread. Please type in City on a Hill if you're already just thoroughly impressed and fired up and you want to know, you're thoroughly impressed, you're thoroughly fired up, you feel like you, at least to a decent degree, understand that you will be able to rank on Google with Amazon pages. You will be able to do it. Okay, definitely we'll add you. Flavia, that's Rob. Rob's secret name there. I will go and add Rob real quick here. There we go. You have been added. So let's see. And if not, let me know in the question box in the GoToWebinar if you feel like you don't quite yet get what's going on with this. If it's a little confusing. Oh my goodness, look at this. That's kind of funny to see that pop up. We actually got a Shazam from Jim. Oh my gosh, this is fun. All right. Let me check the question box inside of GoToMeeting and see if we're getting some confusion. If you're having some confusion, okay. So Jimmy, the long story short, what we can do is we can send just a few links to an Amazon page, a very few links to an Amazon page, and it can rank for nearly anything.
Yes, to an extent. There's two catches to that.
Okay.
That I've found with very competitive terms. So I don't know how far you want me to go into it.
Yeah, go into it. Tear it down.
Okay. So basically, the way so on really competitive stuff, sometimes Google's hanging on to the category page, right? This is the same thing with directory listings. They don't actually do siloing. So basically, the siloing is categorizing your pages to a parent-child relationship. So that means that there's no hierarchy for where that juice flows or a default hey, this is stronger than this page, so rank this one instead. So what that means is all you're dealing with is stealing page authority within the same domain. So when that happens, sometimes the really competitive stuff, you have to actually make it up in the Amazon listings to get onto the category page to be able to take over the rankings for that specific, the category page that Amazon is actually indexing. So that's one thing you have to pay attention to. The second one is Hummingbird does apply to high domain authority sites. So you have to be careful with how much you keyword stuff those titles, and be aware that Amazon does do dynamic URLs with that when you're sending links if you end up changing that title that's on the Amazon page.
So let me ask you this, Jimmy. Mike Swanson comes to you with a brand new website and says, I want to rank #1 in the real Google search engines for stock trading. How much is it going to cost me? How much time is it going to take?
It's not going to take long at all.
Wait, let me clarify. He's coming with a brand new website that he just registered on GoDaddy.com, a brand new website. This has nothing to do with Amazon. I'm trying to create a contrast here, okay? So scenario one, Mike Swanson registers a brand new website, stock trading ideas.com or .net or .org or whatever, okay? He registers that, and he calls you up and says, Jimmy, I want to know, I want you to rank this #1 in the real Google search engines for stock trading. How much time is it going to take? How much money is it going to take?
It'll probably take very long. I mean, the first thing I look at is the DA of the sites that are on that first page. If you're looking at, and I don't know if you could go back and check that on this, can you go to, do you have that toolbar on where you can check?
Unfortunately, I don't have the Moz toolbar. Do any of you guys have it? Can anybody tell me what it looks like there? I just don't have Moz toolbar installed here.
I'll pull it up real quick. Let's see what we're looking at here.
I'd rather not switch screens because I don't want to. It's so I can create an HD recording. People really like to get HD recordings with this. But we've got E-Trade here. So what's E-Trade?
Yeah. So your first one is a 70. #1 is ranked as 77. Your second one is an 87. So basically, you're talking about trying to get a domain authority of, close to 80.
With a brand new website.
With a brand new website to be able to rank in that top 5.
And so how much would that typically cost, and how long would that typically take? Just unlimited checkbook.
Oh man, it depends on how much content they want to produce and how many links they want to build, but that can take probably a good year to build it up to that amount if you're doing white hat techniques.
Okay, so we're talking 1 year and what, like $1,000?
Way more than that. I mean, that would be pretty expensive.
Like $1,200?
Well, you're you're probably talking like $40,000 to build up a DA white hat with the content you need and the amount of links that you need.
Okay,
that'd be bare cost.
Okay, so $40,000 in 1 year. Now, when Mike Swanson told you he wanted to take this page and make it #1, now what are you thinking?
Now I'm thinking like 2, maybe 3 weeks, and because your Amazon page, so for one, he's already listed on the category page for that keyword. So he's already got all the juice that comes from the category page that Google hangs on to when you do the search for that. So now it's just a matter of boosting the PA. So out of all the URLs that are on that Amazon category page, his is the strongest. And that's why you can just go in there and just take that listing. And of course, a 99 domain authority can trump a 80, no problem.
Okay, so do you think maybe you were saying that would take about 11 months and about $37,000?
No, that's talking 2 weeks, and sometimes you can get away with doing Fiverr gigs if you want to.
Okay, so maybe $32,000?
Maybe like 5.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what I've done is I'm just experimenting, right? And I found I've got a couple things I want to rank that are similar to that, and I just bought a bunch of Fiverr gigs just to see what's going to happen.
Now, can
It
I get
works,
some
Mike.
more?
Just see what if that don't work. And I'm shooting PBN links to that page too.
So
Or to that one specifically. I don't
so if you have an all new sense of what we're talking about here, please go to the OMG thread and type in "City on a Hill," because I just want to see how you feel about this. Because here's the thing: is we really want to bring you the cutting edge, the bleeding edge, the absolute amazing stuff. And remember, when you joined Project X, we didn't say one thing about this. This is all new for you. And why do we do this? Okay, why do we do this? Number one, we do this because of the success of Brad Mabry, of Jimmy Kelly, of Mike Swanson, of Dave Keys, of so many OMGers. Today I just heard that Janet Bruno got her first client. Okay, there's so much success, Cotton, from so many different people. Jason Boyd, Mike Hayden, Brian Magnossi, uh, Don and Nichols. I'm hearing so many earnings reports and so many OMGers. That gets me fired up, okay? It makes me want to do more. Also, look at the energy inside of OMG. Why do we do these bonuses? The energy and the earnings reports. It's just wonderful energy, the wonderful earnings reports. This really gets us fired up. It makes us want to do more. Was OMG already the best thing out there? Yeah, by far. We're already 50 to 100 times better or 200 times better than the next program that's out there. But why do we do this? We do this because of our wonderful City on a Hill community, and it really makes us want to do more. Now, we've given you a beginning insight. Yes, you're going to have a whole module that is going to explain to you how to actually do the SEO of this, okay? And doing the SEO, Jimmy, on a scale of 1 to 10, hard, easy, 10 is hard, 1 is like, falling off a log. What is the SEO of this on hardness, easiness?
0.
Okay.
Like literally anyone with an internet connection can take their search. Literally. I mean, you can take a product, put it up, and make literally, like in my friend's case, you could do the search. On his case, I did it as a wedding gift to him. He didn't pay anything for it, and it wasn't actually his Amazon specific listing page. If you do One Direction cardboard cutouts, he's not number 1 now. He dropped down to number 2, but that's what happens when.
Jimmy, is it actually true that you and Brad Mabry were founding members of One Direction?
No.
I got a haircut. And
Although I would like to think that I'm as good looking as. No.
Okay. Now, Brad, but you were a founding member. Is that true?
Yeah. Then I had to get a haircut and get a real job. So,
okay. One Direction, just for people who don't know, is a boy band, and they're a very, very popular boy band. This is the listing right here. This Amazon one.
No, if you go, this is the crazy thing. I actually ranked his website is right there. It's 1D cardboard cutouts.
Are you kidding me?
No, and
this is his website.
This is the wedding.
Are you really going to teach this at OMG Live Nashville?
Well, sure. I mean, anyone that wants to learn it is welcome to come.
Oh, that's weird. I don't think anybody would want to know about that. All right, so let's just say focus. By the way, this whole Amazon Google module is already going to be inside of Project X. You don't even have to go to OMG Live Nashville. I know that nobody really wants to go to OMG Live Nashville anyways. We probably won't even have it. Don't worry about it, guys. So anyways, so this is the site. So this site is number 1. This is crazy.
Yeah, and so this is his money site. This isn't even, but this is kind of stuff you can do when you're trying to rank for low competition keywords. You can still go in and you can do this for your money sites. When you start looking at like stock trading, where you're dealing with these major authority sites, it's better to just go for the throat and use a high domain authority site right off the bat. But in this case, because it's a this is like a seasonal item that people get. They get them for birthdays or parties, or in his case, it was Christmas. He kept calling me over and over again. I just kept kind of ignoring him at the time because it wasn't a paying client, So he called. He just said, "Hey, man, I just want to thank you." I was like, "Oh, how come?" He's like, "Well, I made $100,000 during December on my cardboard cutouts domain.
Now,
And it was just a huge seasonal item for him that happened to be his Amazon product.
Now, I said that this event was going to be a barn burner. I really need to apologize to everybody. I know, much lamer and weaker than expected. I'm sorry. I just found these three guys walking around on the street, and they're walking around. They're like, "Hey, I got this thing, Amazon." And I was like, "All right." I mean, I guess I let you guys talk about it. I mean, everyone's talking about Amazon out there. I know. You probably want to leave this webinar right now and go over and watch some amazing webinar on amazing Amazon techniques. I know this is lame. I'm sorry, guys. It's just, I didn't know what to do with myself. I was just wandering around the mall today. These three guys came up to me. Brad gave me this sob story about how he used to be in one direction, and now he has no direction, and it's just the whole thing was just a total mess. So totally, Daryl says, "Mike, are you drunk?" Okay. Let's get into profit models here. And by the way, what have you seen here? You've seen not one but two $100,000 Amazon plus Google case studies right in front of you, real earnings reports. Okay, these are profit-driven, real-world earnings reports. You've got to meet Brad here, and Brad, I got to tell you, I'm hearing this. Look, what people are telling me when I go on an amazing webinar to learn about amazing Amazon techniques is that what I need to do is I need to go and spend a lot of money in China. But now I'm nervous about it because Jimmy, somebody he was consulting for spent $40,000. And now how much have they recouped out of that, Jimmy?
They've sold 0 out of all those that they bought. That's still sitting in a warehouse.
So they're actually paying.
One of them.
So they're actually paying. It's actually not only not making the money, but just accruing expenses all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that sounds really good. How many people would like to go out and spend hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands of dollars on a complete crapshoot with no idea of whether it's going to work or not, and count on your mom writing you a review in order to hopefully just Scott Schaff is in. No, nobody wants to do it. And I hear these pipe dream things all the time. Oh, you just go, you just get a product, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But isn't there a way to do it without a product? Now, Brad, you've been rolling it up in e-commerce. This most recent site that we talked about, $500 a week that you've been making on this Amazon listing. How much did that product cost for you to make?
0.
Okay, so but I mean the product cost. How much when you went to China and you went and you talked to all the Chinese people to have it made? How much did that cost?
Well, Rosetta Stone cost quite a bit. Learn Mandarin. But after that, it wasn't too bad. So,
okay, it wasn't too bad.
Now,
how were you able to sell something that cost 0?
Well, basically, I just placed an order. When I receive the order and the money and send it over, they send me the tracking number. I plug it into Amazon, and the process is complete.
Now that sounds suspiciously like affiliate annihilation. So what you're saying is you can actually do this with affiliate offers?
No, with real-world products.
So basically what you did is you found somebody else who had a product. You can do this with drop shippers. You can do this with somebody in your local area that has a product, and you can sell their product. All right, great. So one technique that's 0 cost is affiliate / drop shipping. And inside of your module, we're going to show people how to do that?
Yep. Yeah. I have a few different methods for finding people, and that's actually the most important part to me is finding good drop shippers. So that's like the concrete base there.
Now, does anybody? But by the way, if anybody's wondering why I'm being a little bit ornery about the amazing people, nobody goes out and says that they're better than us and gets away with it. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. So, and by the way, just saying that you're the best in the world says that you're better than us, and we all know that's not true. Okay. So now, so the upside of this is it's 0 cost, and that's exciting. All right. Now, there's other ways of making money with this. So there's affiliate and drop shipping. Number 2 is you can do, Jimmy, is there any money in consulting for this? Jimmy! We lost Jimmy.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry about that. I keep muting it because that construction work across the street. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you can make tons of money just consulting doing this method. I mean, that company that I took, they were on average their products just in Amazon were bringing in about 4,000 a month. Within a 3-week time frame, we brought them from 4,000 up to 20,000 a month.
And they're willing
And
to pay you for that?
Yeah.
Weird.
ROI.
Okay, so consulting. So basically, this is yet another day job killer. Great. 3. You can also sell. Now, again, this is that's zero cost up front. All right. Number 3, you can sell an information product. Mike,
Yeah.
is it possible to sell something that costs you 0 to produce and actually make money on it on Amazon?
Yeah, that book is essentially a sales page telling people to go to my website. So,
Well, now wait a second. What are you talking about now? This is craziness here. Take us inside the strategy.
Yeah, so I mean, it's 100 pages, but I wrote it in a month, and that makes it sound like I did more work than I did actually. But it didn't take me long to write it, and it's essentially just a sales pitch telling people to go to my blog and follow me and stuff, So, once the book's there, Amazon prints physical copies and ships them, so I don't have like an inventory or something. It doesn't cost me anything. And then you can also do ebooks, which I got an ebook version too, $5.99. You see, right? That's what you're looking at now. They cost nothing. You just upload the file and you make 70% of it. So I'm generating powerful buying leads and making a profit at the same time. I'm selling. I'm paying my mortgage selling these books. I'll put you that way.
Paying the mortgage, and the crazy thing is,
at the current sales.
And the thing is, every one of those sales can actually turn into basically $1,000 per year.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I do email, generate what drives my business is generating opt-ins to an email list, but the people that come from this book as leads have got to be 10 times, if not maybe even 100 times more valuable individually.
So instead of paying for leads, you're getting paid to get leads, and those leads are far more lucrative.
Oh, for sure. I mean, who do you take more serious? Who does anyone take more seriously? Someone that you just land on a squeeze page, or someone who you've read their book after reading 250 customer reviews saying it's good?
I just have this feeling. Guys, I know I'm doing this webinar right now, but I just feel like I should just go and watch another webinar. Because I don't feel like this is that great. I mean, if you guys really think this is that great, then just type in the number 1 if you think that this is really that great. Because if not, I'm just going to go and watch some amazing webinar on Amazon. Because I just think, I don't know. There's no money in this Amazon plus Google thing. Guys.
Well, the idea, I don't understand. The idea of building up inventories is
maybe if you smoke crack.
The idea of building up an inventory and then selling stuff, to me, is crazy. Not in this day and age. I mean, it's insane. Who wants to do that?
Jimmy.
Here you go, Mike. This is the link. I don't know if you can see it in the chat. That's one I use for most low competitive Amazon pages that'll get you rankings. Right there. You get to share that to the group. Help some of these people out if they get into some low competitive stuff.
Boom.
Oh, okay.
Mike Swanson and Brad Mabry are taking notes.
No, I'm writing it down.
I'll do 25. I'll do a screen capture. That's what I'll do.
$5 and you increase your ROI by like thousands.
Well,
the other thing that's cool is about the books. The thing that's cool about the books is how many people here know about. Are you an expert in something? Do you have an interest in something?
Well, and I'm really glad you brought that up, Jimmy. This is something I want to bring home to people. Brad,
yes, sir.
Where are you making your money? What niche?
Automotive. That's where I try and get out of it, and then it sucks me back in. You know,
Yeah.
not because it's not lucrative, just to expand, but I just for one of my current suppliers, I just sent him a thumb drive so he could load it with pictures of all their higher margin products. I said, load it up, send it to me. I'm going to just list the crap out of it on Amazon. So it's all automotive. And that's the industry I've been in for 10 plus years.
So now, why automotive for you though? I mean, why not Barbie dolls?
Well, I got a job in the automotive industry, so I kind of learned it that way. Did went to all the shows. SEMA is a big one out in Vegas every year. I've been to that a bunch of times, and just kind of go with what you know. So that's what I knew.
So you're passionate about this, Mike Swanson. Why stock trading? I don't get it. Like, why not Barbie dolls?
Well, to two reasons. I am, I am the customer. I do that. I do it myself. I invest myself, and it also it's one of the most lucrative niches on the internet. If you want to be selling people advice or anything of that sort.
Okay.
So, but I am the customer too. So
let me tell you something really special. This is a real key to both affiliate marketing and day job killer. I really want to drive this home. The real power when it comes to money getting comes from this is a David Mills law of implication lesson. Mike, you don't like that law of implication stuff, right?
Oh, it's awesome.
You just watched the summary series, right?
Yeah. Well, my brain about exploded. Not from that, but from all kinds of stuff. But this concept this Amazon concept we were talking about the other day. Then I watched that. I mean, there's so many potential things someone can do with this information here. It's really mind blowing. I mean, one thing someone could, not that I want to do this, but I had, here's an idea, it popped in my head. You could start a publishing company like this.
Yeah.
You could pay people to write ebooks, stick them on here,
and you don't even have to produce the ebooks.
Crazy.
They can just be Kindle books.
Yeah, you could just make Kindle books. I mean, people used to sell ebooks on ClickBank, 10 years ago for $30 a pop. Well, you could do, one on gardening, one on farming, or you could take some niche or whatever and have people write the books for you and put them on here, and they're all going to be ranking, cross-linking to each other. You could do something like that,
Yeah, absolutely.
Or you could help or you could contact an author who's already got an ebook on there that you've read or liked, and tell them, hey, I can help you get more sales and rank. Just give me some money, or let me put a link at the end of your book saying how I did this, or something.
Absolutely. So what's going on with this here is specified information, and I want everybody to know about this. This is a really big key to money getting. What do I mean by specified information? Now, this is a law of implication lesson. This is from David Mills, and he wanted you to have this information in conjunction with this webinar today because it's very important. Now, here's what I want you to know is it's there for the taking. Okay, there is so much opportunity. What did Greg do with klcast.com? He just took something as simple as e-cigarettes that people just don't know about, and he and Martin just experimented with those e-cigarettes, and they gained specified information about those e-cigarettes. They shared them, and what do you get? Blammo, $1,000 per day in profit. Brad Mabry has specified information or tracked down specified information about cars. What's the result? Success. Mike Swanson, specified information about stock trading, takes it to the internet. What's the result? Success. Again and again, market after market, niche after niche. And by the way, what's the biggest opportunity for specified information is SEO, okay? You have specified information about SEO. You take that and combine it with specified information about anything else, whether it's e-cigarettes or whether it's relationship advice or cars or iPhones and iPhone equipment and iPhone doodads, whatever it is. You go in, you do a little bit of digging, a little bit of research. This is where you apply a little bit of creativity and you get a lot of reward. Remember, we're always showing you the shortcut. Okay, now listen, I see people all the time trying to go into affiliate marketing and not getting the specified information. Why did I just do a webinar like that ended kind of a training webinar that I did just exclusively for launch jackers? Okay, so there's this launch that's coming up, and I interviewed the two gurus behind the launch and got details behind that launch. Why am I doing that, recording that, and supplying that for you inside of your launch jacking area? Why am I doing that for you? Why is that valuable to you? Does anybody know why? Can I get any guesses? Bueller, we've got 227 people on. Not one person can tell me. Somebody said embroidery. Bob Lumley said, okay, great. Because I want you to have specified information. Exactly. I want you to have specified information. So when we have specified information, we have a massive advantage. Okay, massive. All right. So that's the thing, is when we combine specified information with SEO, especially, I'm so excited about this Amazon plus Google. I hope you guys realize what an exciting model this is and how this is going to make a huge difference to OMGers' bottom lines. And you know what? There's a fourth thing that you can do, okay? And again, with the information product, ebook, okay, this can be zero cost, all right? And finally, you can make or manufacture your own product. Now, I will tell you this, before you do step 4, okay, do one of these top 3 steps, okay? Unless you have just massive, massive success already, you really know what you're doing. You know, obviously, if you have klks.com and you want to go and start selling e-cigarettes of your own, that makes sense because you've already gotten your feet wet.
Mike, I was going to say, like, you could literally go out, hire a ghostwriting service to go make a book, even if you're not an expert on the topic. Go put it up on Amazon, go rank it in Google.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. There's absolutely no question. Absolutely no question that you can do that. So what I provided you with is not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 models for having success with Amazon plus Google. And over the next weeks and months, we are going to expose you to earnings reports in each of these areas. Now, we are 1 hour into this event. I sent you 3 emails coming into this event. Do you get why I was so excited about this event? Number 1, if yes. Number 2, if no. I'm going to try to reach into the audience and just grab some audience feedback here. I'm going to scroll down. I want to grab somebody who I know probably has a microphone. Let's see, we got Dave Keys. I haven't talked to Dave Keys in a while. Did you say you want to grab somebody, Jimmy?
Grab Michael P.
Michael P. All right, Michael P.
Yeah.
Get Dave in a second. Who's Michael P? Oh, that's Mike Pierce. That's no fair.
Or Mike
I'd love
Hayden.
to hear from Mike Pierce. Oh, grab.
Well, I'll tell you something kind of that's got my head spinning too. Is okay. We can apply this concept to Amazon, right? Well, what if I've got let's say my website or a PBN for that matter. Say I got a PBN and it's got a link from the Huffington Post coming to it and the Huffington Post is the domain authority in '99. Well, what if I boost that page? Wouldn't that boost the PBN?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can literally go out if your search is if your search is low competitive enough, you can literally go out and get 10 tweets and send it to that Amazon page, and it will rank. Like literally, that's how easy it is.
All right, let's find out I want to hit up the peanut gallery here and see who's excited. If you have a microphone and you want to give us your feedback on the first hour of this event before we switch over to talking about Death Star Reloaded, let me know. I'm going to bring Dave Keys live because I think he oftentimes has a microphone, so let's find out. Dave Keys, are you there? Dave Keys. Dang. Dave usually has a microphone around.
Okay, now you should hear me.
Oh, I do hear you. What
Yeah,
you
wrong
did?
microphone.
No, this is unscripted. You didn't know you were coming live. What do you think? Is this?
I think this is awesome, man. I'm telling you, I'm grabbing the steps to this. I'm like, guys, I got to get on here, get a book put out, rank that thing. There is so much possibility here, just in my niche. When you started talking about specific information.
And can you talk about the power of specified information, Dave? That's actually the secret, sneaky reason I brought you on. For folks that don't have context on Dave Keys, Dave joined us beginning of the year, first 30 days, 20 grand a month. Boom. what's going on?
That's right. What's going on is that, my niche is real estate. There are a lot of real estate agents and brokers that are hungry to get on page one of Google. It's a very competitive environment. It's really competitive. There's a lot of big national syndicated websites that dominate the search. So getting on there, for a lot of people just throwing up their hands and giving up. Um, uh, Project X has enabled me to get in there and force my way into those value terms in real estate on page one.
And
And it's
this
extremely
is basically
valuable.
the same thing that you're doing for real estate SEO right now.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Only here you've got like,
No,
you
no.
know, you get a.
Who's this guy right here?
Oh, I have no clue.
So this is something you're already doing. So
It
the
is.
same or less work that it would take you to rank your LinkedIn profile could rank a book. And of course, you're doing this right here with your YouTube video as well. And then,
I am
oh,
so
what's
stoked
this?
about this because people will go and they'll first of all, the idea of having a lead gen source that is making a profit at the same time as building your list, that's just mind-boggling. That's amazing. And so I'm totally stoked on this.
And you're already
Getting
like relatively convinced with the value of OMG before this webinar today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. OMG and law of implication.
Now,
And
Dave, did you know that you're one of the reasons why we put this module together? Because you came in so fired up, you got Project X, you got right to work, you crushed it, you came out with earnings report after earnings report, and you provide so much positivity. And I just want to know, this is how me and David Mills and Greg Morrison and Jimmy, and this is how our city of on Hill thanks you, because we really appreciate you coming out. You're sharing wonderful information, and that really fires us up to do even more for you.
And by the way, that's still the same. In fact, that earnings is still over 20,000. I was going over our budget with my wife in the car the other day, and we were counting up the clients, and I was saying, okay, this is this much, this one is worth this much, and it was just over 20. I said, that's not good enough. I got to get more. And so this week I had another $2,000.
It's awesome. That is awesome
Yeah.
to hear. OMG is a city on a hill. Dave, thank you so much for coming live, just kind of on the fly here. I really appreciate that.
My pleasure.
Let's get just a little bit more audience feedback here. Let's see. Who else we got here? Oh, I wanted to hear from, I mentioned her earlier. Let's see. Janet, do you have a mic? Because I know Janet got her first client just recently, and she's got a big opportunity with that. Janet, I just unmuted you. Are you there? We'll put you a little bit
Yes,
on
I
the spot.
am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So what do you think about all this rubbish? Is this? What do you think, Janet? Getting a weird echo sound out of Janet. Poor Janet. She's been kidnapped by aliens that make weird echoing sounds.
Can you hear me now?
Can hear you now.
Okay.
What is your thought about
unplugged
this?
my mic.
No problem. So what's the scoop? Do you? Of course, we didn't market this as part of OMG. This is a brand new bonus on Amazon plus Google. And by the way, congratulations! You got your first client. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Well,
Thank
congratulations. Everyone, please give Janet big congratulations. She got her first client, and that is already turning into a much bigger opportunity. What are your thoughts on combining the power of OMG SEO with the opportunities that you're seeing on Amazon?
I absolutely love this. In fact, if you've been reading what I've been popping in the chat, I am just going crazy because I think this is a huge value add. I personally sell my own product on Amazon, and I knew coming into OMG that if I could get SEO mastered, that could help that business channel as well as develop my own totally unique business channel doing SEO.
Well,
So I love the fact that you're doing this.
That's wonderful. Well, once again, Janet, you're one of the reasons we're doing this. Why? Because I hear from you. I hear earnings report from you. I see your positivity. I see you in the beginners group. I see you in the Facebook group. I see you posting. I love it. And that gets me fired up. That's why we're doing this.
Well, thank you. I'm absolutely loving OMG and Project X. That's for sure.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Janet. All right. So basically, this is a big flop. And my apologies, egg on my face. This is obviously really, really turned into a gigantic disaster. So I will slink off to the corner, and I apologize for bringing such lame stuff. I'm just joking. I know y'all love it. Okay, I want to profusely thank Mike Swanson. I want to thank Brad Mabry. Is everyone, by the way, who's fired up that Brad Mabry is helping us create this extraordinary Amazon plus Google module? Because Brad's an organizer, he can see what you're saying here. So if you want to thank him, if you want to bribe him with your positivity and your excitement, now's the time to do it. Brad, can you see your question box?
I'm pulling it up now.
Scroll down to the bottom because there's lots of thank yous coming in. Lots of positivity style bribery coming in. Oh my goodness. It's going to be a lot of scrolling. Do you see it?
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Great. Yeah, I can't wait to get started on it. We
actually already did get started. We got started on just so everybody knows. Brad was up with me at 10, 11 o'clock at night on his Saturday night, pumping out or Friday night, pumping out the first part of this module. OMG.
Mm-hmm.
Brad, is it a city on a hill?
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, I would rather be no other place, to be honest. So.
You sure you don't want to find some amazing webinar to watch?
Well, I almost signed up for that $4,000 product, but I like wasting money, so I just burn it instead. That's what I do.
Okay, well, I appreciate that, and I let me ask one final thing: how many people would like to have a specific Project X Amazon focused Facebook group? Give me the number one if you would like to have that. Give me the number one if you'd like to have that. Nobody wants it. Okay, all right. Sorry, I'm sorry I even brought it up. Gosh, don't have to be mean about it. You guys are so positive. I wish you guys could see what I see. Really am. This has been a wonderful week for me, by the way. Vince. What's up, Vince? Tell me if this fires you up, Vince. I just want to know. Yes. Okay, good. Cal says I am so bad. I know. I am a bit on the sarcastic side, but I only do it because I love you guys. Okay. I am so pleased with this. Mike Swanson, thank you for opening this up. People don't do this.
Oh man, it's been fun, to tell you.
You having a good time?
It gets me excited to do more, man.
Do you guys want to? Mike, you know what would almost be really cool is if you would put together. Would anybody like to hear from Mike Swanson on how he's getting? I don't know, like if Mike were. Oh, gosh, let me just think of something. Just kind of off the wall. I'm just going to pick something out of the blue. What if he were to put together a module on how he's getting 100 leads per day? Let's just pick a niche. Let's say gold. 100 leads per day, people that are interested in buying gold and investing in gold. And he were to get 100 leads per day using SEO and pay-per-clicks, and he were to put together a focused module exclusively as a bonus for Project Xers because of your wonderful earnings reports and because of your positivity, would you guys like Mike to put together something like that? Would that be, I know that's like a little weird, just if I were to bring something up just kind of out of the blue like that. Mike, look at all this positivity about this.
It looks like I'm gonna have to do it.
Now, Mike, how long would it take you to put together a module like that?
Oh, I don't know, probably a week or two. A few, not that long. Just
not that long.
Do a couple videos and
yeah,
put something together.
Would you guys be willing? Would you guys like to? Oh, wait a second. He already did it. Oh, that's exactly what Mike Swanson already has done. That's exactly what Mike Swanson has done, is put together an all-new module for you that is going inside of Project X, where he is going to show you exactly how he is right now, today, getting 100 leads per day in the gold niche. I'm sorry, we're getting people dropping out of this webinar like flies. They're all running over to Amazing Webinar. They're just...
I think it's down to 10.
I know, OMG sucks.
Yeah, no, it's really 100. No, I'm getting 100 over 100 leads a day. I can look at it right now. If someone said, "How many is it for real?" They don't believe it's 100. Well, it is.
Yeah.
Let's say, like, people should understand, like, the conversion too between an Amazon page and a regular money site.
Well, tell me about that, Jimmy.
Like, how many people don't trust Amazon when they're buying something on Amazon? Like, give me a 2 if you don't trust Amazon when you're purchasing a product. Like, absolutely no one. It's a high trusted, high conversion site. You know, I mean, you're gonna sell your conversion rate from going to a money site that somebody's not familiar with to moving to Amazon is just, I don't know the exact percentage off the top of my head, but it's huge.
Yeah,
Well,
you're trust and authority jacking at the same time, really. I think.
that's one thing. You mentioned that. You were bragging about me getting these opt-in leads, but I was just thinking, about this. If I had a choice between having one of my squeeze pages rank on that first page for stock trading or my book, I think I'd rather have my book rank. You know, because you're gonna. I just think the leads are better, or the end results better.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
extraordinary.
absolutely. I mean, like, if you're doing a search, yeah, like when you're doing a search and you go to a page, let's say you just click on a regular money site, you're not familiar with them. You might order it, it might come late, it might not come at all.
Mhm.
Amazon guarantees all that, so, and it's known. It's a known, like, branding factor that's already in place that you can
Yeah.
promote your product
Well,
on.
and Brad, you're pointing this out to me when we were doing our event. Amazon spent millions of dollars split testing and optimizing and branding and just getting, just queuing it up for you.
Yeah, you're really piggybacking on that, and if it didn't work, I don't really think it would look like this. If something else worked, that's what it would look like
I
with
want to
Amazon.
Mhm.
I want to hear from I want to hear from Jim Utzinger. Jim was somebody who he's known Jerry. He's been a regular jumper on these Money Game with Mike webinars. I just want to hear his reaction to this because he's somebody who's I really just incredibly respect when it comes to Money Game Online. He's been around the block. Jim, are you there?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
I am. Does this suck?
Terribly.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I've told you, I'm walking around the mall. I walk past Spencer's Gifts, and Brad Mabry rolls out of there. He's pointing this picture of One Direction. He said he was a founding member of the band. They kicked him out. Now he's got No Direction. He's got Jimmy Kelly with him. He's got Mike Swanson with him. They're a motley crew, and they're like,
All
please
half
let us
lit.
do this webinar.
Like
It's not my fault.
dropped out and said, "Hey, Mike, how you doing?"
I'm just curious. You have such a great way of contextualizing things for people who might be beginners, who might not know their way around the block, might not realize the value of the situation. This bonus that we're bringing out on Amazon, what are your thoughts on it? Amazon plus
Well,
Google.
it's very timely because everybody's now talking about Amazon, and Amazon's come a long way since when they first started selling Pez dispensers back. And I remember the old articles when Amazon first came out. Everybody was asking, "Who's this Amazon?" And I said, "Watch out!" And everybody says, "Well, they're going to go down the hill." And I said, "No, watch out because they're going to probably take over the retail market." And now Amazon is like Kleenex is to tissues. Everybody's going to go there and look for it. So what's happened is between physical products and digital products, they now are going to command a huge marketplace across the board. So you just build with their credibility and trust. Now, what I like about it is in the Kindle book area, like Mike was talking, the lead generation. If you look at a lot of the successful Kindle book people, what they do is at the first start of the Kindle book, they put a little link into a website for an audio free download. So when you go into the look inside section on the Amazon listing, you're going to actually see that your URL is there, and you can still get people signed up for your free audio even though they don't buy the book. Then you keep coming back and you build the trust back into the books. Then you can do multiple books within a category. You build the categories, so you can do all of your backlinking to an individual product page or an individual category page to build the authority. And I think what Jimmy said was very, very important. When everything is on the level playing field, that the domain authority is at 99, what is the page authority and the success in writing correct SEO designed title and subheadlines? Because there's only 4 things you can control on Amazon. It's the book cover, it's the headline, the subheadline, the price, and the description. And if you do those correctly, and you do your research into Amazon, I mean, it's a great way to build a product. Say, for example, you got a major high-end product that's tough to sell. Say it's like a supplement or a $1,000 e-course or whatever. The ebooks are so easy to create within Microsoft Word, convert it into a Mobi file, upload that with all your information, and set the stuff. I mean, it's easy. We've been able to do books and make changes, like book changes can be done graphically within a couple of days. You can redo the text. Amazon's great to work with within their publishing environment. So you really got a bear by the tail here, and I'm looking forward to see what Brad's material is, because it is so timely, particularly now if you get everything under your belt going into the summertime, and especially in the high volume online business areas in the fall and in the Christmas season that everybody can take full advantage of. So
Now,
the digital market is the best, the physical is second, and then everything else is the sky's the limit.
you know, Jim, you're at OMG Live Nashville, so you got to see Jimmy, starting to bring, this Amazon stuff out there. And then you see,
Right.
Brad, who joined you at OMG Live. Of course, Mike Swanson was there as well. What's it like for you to see this City on Hill just come to life?
Oh, it's been spectacular to see everybody really kind of come to the forefront, and I don't think anybody realizes how powerful this is going to be. You look at this another 12 months down the road, and you build the structure between the team that we have right now, particularly with what you have here, and adding in Network Empire people. I mean, the tools that they've got, sure, you add a little bit of money in here, but as you don't have to chew the entire elephant at one time. Get good at one or two, three things. The Amazon thing is really simple for people to jump on.
Such a great starter thing. And Jim, you have a lot of expertise in the realm of e-commerce. And listen, why am I talking about why am I going on and on about specified information? I'll tell you why, and you tell me if you think this is true, because it's an unfair advantage.
Exactly. And what it also does is it teaches you the funnel process. Once you get traffic and you have whether it's your own page or old process or whatever, if you understand the funnel process and what people go through, I mean, you got half of the equation. You get the traffic. The other side of the equation, like David Mill says, is once you convert it, what's the sales funnel process in order to get the money? And Amazon assists you. It takes you out of the equation for the funnel process, but you start to understand and see how the funnel process is so very important today.
Mike Swanson, is the funnel process important in this whole strategic stock trading thing?
That's the whole business. It's all about the funnel. It's all about getting people into it, and then giving them good information, and wanting to get more, and then taking some sort of action on it.
And we're talking about, when we say a funnel, the idea is like an oil funnel where it's real wide at the top of it, but it narrows down and focuses down. And that's what Mike's doing, for example, with this ebook. People are making a purchase of an ebook, might just be $5.99, to buy this Kindle ebook, but then that can wind up being $1,000 per year for you.
Yeah. Once the people upgrade to my high level service, that's and here's the thing is I was talking to someone this afternoon that's in the trading market, the trading niche. They're figuring out what kind of product to sell, and a lot of the
Oh no, we lost Mike Swanson. He has also been kidnapped by aliens. Are you back, Mike? No.
Mike, I was going to interject, Mike, with
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Oh, I was going to say, Google even recognized the power and authority of Amazon. I mean, look at when they released their Google Store. I mean, it's not even part of the, organic algorithm. They put it up above, outside of that, to risk any kind of lawsuits going into effect that, would play favoritism with their own algorithm. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. It's almost like there's some opportunity in this.
Hey, Mike, on the funnel side, here's an observation. And a lot of the really big marketers out there, they will lose money on all the front end just to get the customer to sell them on the back end. They'll do the cost per clicks and the trip sales and all that in order to get them to the core sale, and then it's the upsell and the funnel that really gets them over the top. Whereas here, you can get them in the front door as a customer, build that relationship, and your lifetime customer value can be extraordinary.
Yeah, because now you're generating leads at a profit.
Exactly.
Okay, great. I am so glad and so grateful that we put this together. I'm really excited about our Amazon plus Google technique. Now, Jim, you mentioned something about network empires. Have you heard about this crazy, what is it, Death Star Reloaded thing?
Death Star Reloaded. Yeah, I just heard something about that.
Yeah. What do you have any? Do you have any thoughts on that yet?
I think everybody should ignore it. It's a fad.
Just a fad. So this is a Death Star, and as you know, we think of our PBNs, our private blog networks, as point and explode the competition. With Death Star Reloaded, which Jimmy Kelly, Mike Pierce, I should say Mike Pierce, Jimmy Kelly, and Greg Morrison have developed. This is Mike's idea to begin with, Mike Pierce's idea to begin with. We're taking these PBN Death Stars that are so powerful, and we're putting them on absolute steroids. Is this something that you're thinking about doing with your PBNs, Jim?
Sure. Sounds like a good idea.
All right. Well, let's get into talking about Death Star Reloaded. Jim, thank you so much for coming out. I really appreciate you jumping on.
You're welcome, Mike.
Great. Let's thank Jim for coming live. What I want to do now is turn the page and start talking about this Death Star Reloaded situation that we just let the cat out of the bag on last week. This was one of the first big bonuses that we talked about inside of OMG NHB 2014 Project X. And let me find out, we got another scoundrel that I tried to track down. Mike Pierce, are you live? Are you on this event? Mike Pierce.
He's hiding from you.
He is on here somewhere. Michael P is who you're looking for.
I was hiding from you.
P to the pizzle, D to the dizzle. We've got, let's go to facebook.com here. This is somebody that you're seeing more and more inside of our wonderful Facebook group. He is one Michael Pierce, and he is the original inventor of the Death Star Reloaded technique that is now taking OMG by storm. Now, is this something that can actually be included in interface with this whole Amazon situation?
Are you talking to me or Jimmy?
You, man. You're the special guy.
You're talking to me.
I am talking to you.
I'm special.
You are special. You're a special guy. So this is Mike Pierce. This is the guy. He is a very loving father, as we can see. Mike, Death Star
I got a
Reloaded.
rabbit.
What's that?
I got a rabbit.
So Mike, thank you so much for coming live on this event. And I'm so glad to have you here with Jimmy Kelly. We had you last week, and it was very exciting. We just started getting to talk about Death Star Reloaded. And what you're doing here is you're taking the power of tweets and Pinterest pins and delicious links and Digio links, and you are literally souping up the power of our PBNs and making them literally much more powerful. And I believe that this is something that every single Project Xer should have on the slate. Now, you may not implement it today, that's fine, but it should definitely be on the chopping block, something that you are looking to jump in on very, very soon. Mike, what's the idea? What's the basic idea behind Death Star Reloaded? How does it work?
Harnessing the Force. Yeah, no, it's leveraging the social media out there and the data hub sites that are tied in with Google to pull in a whole bunch of good juice towards your PBN properties so that they don't sit there static and they don't start to decay. Instead of decaying, they start to kind of increase and gain in power as time goes on.
Okay, so this is the graphic I made up during last week's event, which you can find in the new Network Empire section during Money Getting with Mike. And So this is the basic idea behind a PBN, a private blog network site, is it's a site that we buy as an expired domain. And that site already has powerful links coming to it from places like wallstreetjournal.com or whitehouse.gov or some blog like klkq.com or whatever. And then we use what we're doing, and this is very powerful on its own. All on its own, this is so incredibly powerful. We can just direct a link to whatever site that we want, like NashvilleSEO.org. But what's happening with this Death Star Reloaded technique is you're taking that PBN and you're literally making it much more powerful. So how does that work? So here's our PBN, pbn.com or pbn1.com. Normally what we're doing is we're like making up a post on gold and just linking out to, say, goldiracustodians.com or something like that, and then maybe making another post on SEO and linking to nationalseo.org. What are all these green and yellow and pink arrows? What's going on with that?
That is the social love coming in from the different social sites. So what's happening is when we put up the PBN Reloaded and we go through the process, we create this machine that starts pulling in industry-related video, increasing the pages of your site that's all on the themes that you're promoting on that site, tied closely into those links that are on that home page, and then distributing that out and shredding that out and shooting it out into multiple accounts across multiple properties.
How many accounts or properties are we talking about?
We're rolling out properties constantly. Our armies are in the thousands and thousands of accounts per property. And
so
right now,
we're talking about like thousands of Twitter accounts, thousands of Pinterest accounts, thousands of Delicious accounts, and thousands of Digio accounts.
Right. And what's really cool about it, you just take Twitter, for example. So you take one of your social signals that goes out to Twitter. The way we're doing it is it will grab that URL. If there's any description brought in, it'll grab the text and explode that into sentences. And then it'll also take the imagery. So you're actually making more than one point of juice flow on each property, because you've got a Twitter image out there that's coming back towards you. You've got the actual status update and then the page. So there's all these points of flow that come back to those PBN sites and increase the authority of those PBN sites.
Now,
go ahead.
So at the end of the day, Google's telling us we want more social into your sites. But then going out and finding somebody to tweet you and to tweet every time you put up a new post on a video or every time you add a video to your account to fire things up, I mean, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't want to do that manually. That's why we did this, because I'm lazy. This is the Mike is lazy machine.
Okay. Now, one of the things, I know that people have a lot of questions about Death Star Reloaded. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to pull this up right here. I'm going to go to Facebook.com, and I'm going to pull up the OMG Team Facebook group, and I'm going to make a dedicated thread, and it's going to be called All About Death Star Reloaded, starring Michael Pierce.
You gotta bring Jimmy Kelly.
I was gonna say we should explain. One thing I think I kind of want to educate people a little bit.
You really want to educate people?
Educating people.
Look, let's just pull the wool over their eyes. They're zombies. They can't learn anything. They can't get good at anything. They can't make any money. Let's just pump and dump. Let's just confuse them and bilk them for money, and then just go on to the next group of suckers.
Yeah, well, I would do that, but my moral sensibility dictates otherwise.
Morals.
Yeah, this is Jimmy Kelly we're talking about, morals.
So I just want to put this to the audience for a minute. So just think about this in your mind for a minute. Domain authority. It's a combination of all the pages on your site and the links that are going to that site that build your domain authority. So think of that for a moment. You think of like the really big domain authority sites out there, like Amazon, for instance, got thousands of pages, thousands of products. People link to it from their websites because they're selling products or whatever it is. So how do you manipulate that? Just think about that in their minds for a moment. So let's take, for instance, let's say you put up 2 posts. Let's just say we're dealing with a new blog that you put out. Let's say you put up 2 posts, and let's say it gets a Twitter tweet. You pin your picture on that post, and let's say you share the post with Facebook. So there's 3 links that are going to that post, and you did 2 of them, and you did the same thing on both of those posts. Now let's say you took the exact same replica, everything, and you did it to a second site, and let's say you did 5 posts on the second one. Which one would have more domain authority? Give me a 1 if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's try to get this straight. I really want people to understand this concept that Jimmy's talking about. Okay, good. We're getting good comprehension. Give us a 2 if not. And whenever you type in a 2, if possible, try to give us an idea. We're getting about 60,
It's
40.
about 50. Yeah, it's still mixed. Okay, how else do you explain this?
Okay, so let me say what Jimmy said, just kind of a slightly different way. So let's say I've got one website. Let's just take things to the extreme. It's a little bit easier to understand this way. A little David Mills technique. Let's say we have one website that has five posts on it, and 5 posts or 5, it's a blog, whatever. It has 5 articles on it, and that's it. That's all that it has on it. It has 10 backlinks and 5 articles. Okay, so that's scenario 1. Scenario 2, we have the exact same website. It has 5 articles and 10 links, but it also has, let's say, 100 tweets, 100 Pinterest pins, 100 delicious links into it, and 100 Digio links. So it has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of inbound social links. Do you think that Google is going to give you more credit for the first site with no social, or more credit for the second site that has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of social links into it? So give me the number 1 if you think that the second site is going to get lots and lots more love, and give me the number 2 if you think that the first site with no social love is going to benefit. Okay, so now we're getting 100% comprehension. Looks like right around 100%. Okay, a couple people said
this is what this method, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is what this method is done. Is taken this concept and made it automated.
So
like
what
in a
you're
nutshell.
saying is right.
So
Go ahead, Mike.
yeah, basically what it does is in some of our pre-testing and stuff, you actually see de-indexed and filtered penalized blogs start to recover because of the trust metrics that come through when you start to have the social signals, let alone aside from the actual linking. So taking that kind of power and throwing it into your PBNs, it keeps adding additional trust and authority directly into it.
I'll leave you guys alone for like 2 minutes, and then I got radio silence. Everyone still there? We're getting total silence. You guys hear me? Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
I can hear
Mike.
you.
Okay, great. Sorry, I literally just couldn't hold it any longer. I had to run to the bathroom, ran right back. So at the end of the day, what we're doing is we're saying, like, let's imagine that let's just contrast these 2 scenarios. This PBN here has got these links coming into it and no other links, and then it links to Natural SEO. And then we compare it with this PBN right here. I should call it PBN number 2. Let's just make this PBN number 2.com if I can. It'll actually probably be significantly hard for me to so let's say this is PBN2.com. Mike Pierce, how much more powerful is PBN2.com than PBN1.com that has no social signals?
We want to give it a number, or just
Yeah, I mean,
let's say it's a much more trusted property. It's a much more trusted property.
so
Go ahead,
yeah,
Jimmy.
what are the
I was going to
benefits?
say, you could almost think of this as PR. So replace PR with DA. Think of it in that terms. Like, so if you're trying to rank a site and you're sending PBNs to that site, what if you sent more PBNs automatically to that site? Would the site be stronger the more PBNs that you send to it? Would the PR increase? Think of it in that sense. I think it would make sense.
Right. So obviously, we're going to get a massive boost in the juice of the website. Okay. So let's go through some of the benefits of this. Number one, which is going to be more enduring. Okay. Like, which is going to be more valuable over time. PBN number one that has no social links into it, or PBN number two that has tons of social links into it. Okay. Obviously, PBN number two is going to be more valuable because and remember, it still has, the same kind of links coming into it, the same kind of regular links coming into it. All right. It's going to look more valuable because it has more links, more diverse links, more social signals saying, hey, this is a cool site. Now, PBN number two is also being constantly updated. Okay. It's being constantly updated with new content, new videos. All right. So it is fresher. It is newer. Okay. Is there a doomsday coming down the line for people who just buy PBNs and don't do anything to the PBN, just link with it, and then that's it? Maybe. We don't know. Okay. We don't know. Very possible. I will tell you that. Very possibly. Is it coming tomorrow? No, it's not coming tomorrow. Okay. Is it coming next week? Probably not. Is it coming next month? No. Like, almost certainly not. Next year? Almost certainly not. Is it coming? Very good chance. Okay. Very good chance it is coming. That's not even the reason I want you to do this. Okay.
Something.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Sorry. I was going to say, like, something you got to consider too. If you don't send any more links to that site, what happens over time is, because you're buying the PBN for the PR.
Yeah.
So switch the PR for the DA. What happens if no other links come into that site and the sites they're linking to you realize that it's not an active site and it's not based around what it used to be, and links start dropping off? What happens to the PR of that domain? It drops, right? So you don't have any new juice coming in that's going to keep that PBN strong for what you're putting your investment into.
Right.
So the whole goal around this is to try and keep your investment that you're making on these stronger. So, and not just, even for when you bought it, but actually stronger over time. So
the first benefit of this is longevity. Okay. But you know what? Nobody wants to hear about longevity, and we already know that. So that's okay. That's why longevity is just the bonus. Okay. The real value in this for you, the real world value right now, today, is that your PBNs are going to massively outperform a PBN that doesn't have this process to it. Okay. Yes, your PBNs are already strong, very strong. Okay. But what we're doing with this is we're putting them on absolute steroids. That means that you can pay less for PBNs, you can buy cheaper PBNs, less powerful PBNs, and you can take the PBNs that you already have that are already going good and make them much, much, much stronger. And that's what we want for you. Okay. That's what we want for you. And that's why we want you to have so much more power in this. And let's see what. Okay. Yep. Absolutely. So you're just going to get much more power out of these sites. To give you an idea, one of the tests that Mike Pierce and Jimmy Kelly and Russell and Sue did with their team is they took brand new websites straight out of the box that they had just registered from GoDaddy or whatever. They plugged in PBM Reloader. These are not private blog network sites. These are sites that are brand new with no links at all. And what were the results that you guys saw in terms of domain authority, taking these brand new sites from obviously starting out with zero domain authority? Where did they wind up after 90 days?
Between about 12 and 25.
Between 12 and 25. how much would a DA25 PBN cost? It's going to be significant money. Okay.
I just sent you a couple images there, Mike, on some of the testing that we did. If you want to pull it up, just kind of show the
Did
power
you send me on
behind it.
Skype or where did you send it?
No, they sent them privately here on the webinar link on
Okay,
GoTo.
let me have a look. Pull
They're
that.
screencasts. And it just kind of shows the power of what's going on behind the scenes. And when you start to actually get that into your
You know what, Mike? I'm not
secretary.
seeing that link.
All right.
Could you Skype it
You
to
want me to
please?
ping you on Skype?
Yeah. Could you ping me on Skype? Thanks.
Since I obviously don't know how to use GoTo.
Yeah, you know.
I need an ebook, Mike. Can you help me out?
Hey, hit it up on Google. You see it. Stick it up there on
Let's
Amazon.
hire a ghostwriter to go write the book, and then we'll go promote on Amazon, Mike.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to pull the other link too. I sent you that one, and then I'm sending you one more.
Dude,
after
I had
that.
a blog that was doing 20,000 visits per day. Let's zoom in on
20.
this.
Oh yeah, go.
All right, dude, I had a blog that was doing 20K visits per day. Lost all my rankings until it was doing 20 to 30 visits per day. Then part of it got de-indexed. But it was MU. What's MU?
It was a multi-user site, so it was subdomains. So there was some differentiation in the penalties across different parts of the site.
Got it. So part of it was de-indexed, part of it wasn't. I've never heard of Google only de-indexing part of a website, but it happened anyways. WR1 in the plague. Okay. Anyway, added WR1s with the plugin. So this is with Death Star Reloaded, and Google re-indexed the entire site. Visits are up to $300 per day in 2 weeks and climbing. So that's a real world test result.
Yeah, that's just Social Explosion.
Okay, now what we're looking at here is an audience overview. Okay. So Social Explosion installed right at this point. We're just creeping along, and then boom. Okay, that's a huge increase in a very short period of time. Audience overview. Social Explosion here. Audience overview here.
And who doesn't want more traffic to their site anyway?
And
Yeah.
and the
Can you
point
hear me?
necessarily on the PBNs is not necessarily that you actually necessarily want the traffic there, but this is just showing the power of what these metrics do in Google's eyes, and what the power behind all this social is when it comes to Google looking at everything. So as you're flowing that into your PBN, you're flowing that all the way up to your money site.
Yeah, and that is really going to matter over time, immediately and over time. Now, something that I want everyone to know about this is one of the big questions that people have is, can Death Star Reloaded be applied to a money site? Okay, can Death Star Reloaded be applied to a money site? Now, to me, if I'm you and you're a project Xer, you're watching this event. I think a fair question would be, okay, Mike, if this is so good, would you be willing to put this on NashvilleSEO.org? Give me number one if that is a fair question to ask. If Death Star Reloaded is so good, would you be willing to put it on your baby and put it on NashvilleSEO.org? I think a lot of people think it is. Mike Pierce, are you seeing that?
Yeah, I am definitely.
There's a lot of ones coming in.
Some
A
good
lot of ones
ones.
coming in.
And
Well, guys, do you want to think about maybe we should do that? What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like Social Explosion, you can install on money. So any WordPress site, I would say, install Social Explosion.
Okay. Mike, could you build that time machine and we'll go back in time a week and go ahead and do it?
Done.
Done. Okay, guys, I did it. It's right there. It is installed on Nashville SEO, and we are taking NashvilleSEO.org national. Okay, we are taking NashvilleSEO.org national because we just don't dominate enough. I'm sorry, it's just not dominant enough. We have to start taking national rankings as well. So we are actually using Social Explosion, the whole kit and caboodle, and plugging it in to NashvilleSEO.org to massively build the DA. Right now, as of today, the DA for it is like, what is it, Mike, 25?
I think we're at 25.
Where are we going to take it to?
I think we're taking it up to 60 and 70, aren't we, guys?
Jimmy? Jimmy? Where are we
Now let
taking
me
it
see
to?
what the competition level is real quick. Let me see.
Oh, for which
Just want to
query?
rank for SEO or SEO services?
Yeah, and
Let's do SEO services.
Services to start.
Yeah.
Okay, services. Let's see what we're dealing with here. We got a 71 to get to.
71.
All right.
What about digital
going to-
marketing? What's there for digital marketing?
1 minute. See what we're dealing with here. 87.
Can we do that?
Absolutely.
Magic.
Okay. Now, and just so you know, Jimmy co-owns Nashville SEO with me, Greg, and David Mills. So he's putting his money where his mouth is too. So the answer is yes. We are serious about Death Star Reloaded. We are serious as death about Death Star Reloaded. Okay. This is a big, big technique. It has a lot of awesome power. Give me the number one if you can commit to joining us for Death Star Reloaded, pumping it into your PBNs, pumping it into your money sites. Give me the number one if you're on track with us. All right, great. Let me take you inside how to join us for Death Star Reloaded. I'm going to go to omgmachines.com. I'm going to log into the Project X Spring members area. Okay. What you're going to do to get all this goodness from Project X Spring, and of course this is the same as your regular Project X members area, you'll go to your Supremacy main page, and this is where PBN's Boosted and Reloaded. This is where you can get the lessons from Greg on how to do PBN Reloaded. Okay, it's right here, step-by-step, detailed instructions. Here's the free post-to-page plugins right here, the Social Explosion plugins right here, and then the optional Kraken plugin. If you have questions, go to the Facebook group. We have an all new, all about Death Star Reloaded thread that's in there. Okay. In addition to that, we did a whole webinar last week, and it is in your Network Empires. It's your all new, all awesome Network Empires area, which is, where is it, guys? Right here. Training and software from Network Empires. This is yet another all new area inside of Project X because we're awesome.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, there is a subscription based on, some people are asking about that for the armies, and it just depends on how big you want. We went as low as $10 a month, all the way up to, what was it, Mike? What's the top level that they can get for
I think before you get to unlimited, I think it's up at 800.
Yeah,
right around
so
there, 797 or so.
It just depends on how much social juice you want to push to your site and how many sites you're going to install it on.
Yeah, and the good news is you can scale up as you go. So you don't have to start with the mega package. But the great news is when you get to that mega level, they'll be ready for you. Okay? And that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling because you can scale up as you go. Am I expecting everybody or anybody starting at that top level? No, I'm not, and don't even want it. But what I do want is for you to scale up and grow with this. This is the last week's Money Getting with Mike webinar where we first introduced you to Mike Pierce. I think some people are trying to compose some Mike Pierce songs. In the meantime, we'll just have to go with Jimmy.
We need to come up with a song for Mike.
Oh, I already got one. It's not safe for your ears, there, Jimmy. You have morals and everything.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to go back to the money site stuff. I said this technology is one of the core tools in my tool chest when I'm in there ranking for terms like luxury travel and things like that. So this is one of the only ways. This is one of the tools that allows me to tackle large queries, and it's a core integrated part of how I do my SEO.
And we are doing this right now with NashvilleSEO.org.
Look at Ivan's comment just there that he posted in there. I don't know if you see that. 7:47 p.m.
Just made this site today with a plugin. Look at the stats, unique visitors, unique pages.
I get those. Yep.
don't quite get it. Ivan, I'm
So
not.
that's the visitor increase to
Oh,
that
I see
site
it
after
now.
installing the plugin.
Oh, wow. So it went from 18 to 106 visitors in one day. Yeah, and these visits matter in Google's eyes. Yeah, that is a social explosion. That is a social explosion. Okay, great. We're going to keep talking about this. You're going to keep hearing me talk about this. One of the things that I've been willing to do with National SEO is open it up for you. Open it up as you see this growing, thriving business, build and create right before your eyes, just like Greg has done with klks.com. And if you want to know what we're doing right now with Nashville SEO, the answer is social explosion. We are exploding it. Will this work for affiliate sites? Yes. Will this work for sites for your own products? Yes. Will this work for your day job killer sites? Yes. Is this an unfair advantage for your PBNs? Absolutely. Okay. This is something we want you to do. It is awesomely powerful, and we do want you to join. This is one of the advantages. If anybody who's ever been worried about, well, are too many other people competing for PBNs? Yes, you have the insane advantage of having Greg and Fletch guide you in the creation of these PBNs, so you do it cheaper and more powerful than anybody else. What we now want you to do is take that incredible firm basis and put it on steroids. And that's what
Absolutely.
you're going to be able to do with your Death Star Reloaded. Now, Jimmy,
Want you to protect your investment.
protect
Say
and
that
grow your
with me.
investment.
Protect and grow your investment. That is what this is designed for.
Now Jimmy, while they're protecting and growing their investment, can they take a PBN that is wired up with Death Star Reloaded and link to their Amazon pages?
Absolutely.
Damn.
PBNs will move a site no matter where you're directing to. You could send it to your. This is the beauty of it. You have a PBN. Let's say you're on a low budget. You can only link to like certain money sites. You're thinking of money sites only. You can link to your Amazon page. You put up an Amazon project that's different URL that you can link to within the PBN. So why not take advantage of the power that you bought?
Take advantage of the power. Protect and grow your investment. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Has this been the greatest webinar that you have ever been on in your life? I just want to know. And if it hasn't, don't give me no hyperbole. I don't need it. I don't need my ego stroked anymore, obviously. Okay? Just want to know if this has been the best Webby ever. So let's go over to OMG. Now, I personally do believe that it has been the best Webby ever. It started out crazy. Again, Brad Mabry wandered out of Spencer's Gifts and told me his sob story about having gotten kicked out of One Direction. But somehow we turned it around. Best Webby ever. If you feel, and only if you feel like this was the absolute best Webby ever, then please let us know. Right on this thread right here. And if it wasn't, absolutely no problem. I will cry. I won't cry for too long because I have a video game to play and I have stuff to do. But I'll cry if you don't.
I was gonna say, Mike, you guys don't release anything or anything that is not beneficial to the members. I mean, anything that you put in there is only to make them more money, and that's.
But we're going to start
always
soon.
what you do.
We're going to start pumping out crap anytime now.
Oh, I don't think so. That's not in your nature. I mean, really, anyone that's in this community, City on a Hill, it's meant to generate more money for these people, and who can't appreciate that?
Yeah, but I'm going to start
listening
listening to I am going to start listening to the Gurus and the Hucksters anytime now. I'm seriously. It is right around the bend that I will be following the Guru formula, and I'll be hiring a bunch of employees and starting to go to networking events and talk to gurus all the time.
Well, if you want to sell your GTR to me, just let me know.
I'm not selling my GTR.
No, Jimmy, no.
The GTR is the Guru Slayer. It is the Guru Slayer. Well, this is really great. No, it's seriously for all my sarcasm. This really matters to us. OMG is a city on a hill. It is a place where friends come together in Providence. And that's what this event has been about. That's why I was so excited to get you to come live on this webinar today. And it matters to me a lot. It does. We've said it again and again. David Mills designed OMG to be 50% to stuff dirty, filthy profit into our pockets and 50% to enjoy and revel in your success and hear your earnings reports. Okay? We love to hear your public earnings reports. It matters to us so much. Every single time we get one, whether it's Janet's first day job killer local client consulting project, or Mike Swanson and Jimmy's and Brad's 6-figure Amazon earnings reports, or just somebody getting their first WordPress site up, getting over that tech barrier. Listen, I know that every single person here is going to run into a tech jam here and there. I know that everyone here is going to get absolutely bombarded by complete guru nonsense, okay? And we are the ones here to drop the frickin' hammer on those guys. Because, I don't know, they just bore me. Like, I mean, when are you going to get so bored by the guru guys that you just get off their freaking list? Like, if this event isn't going to convince you to get off the guru guys list, what is?
Money.
Oh, stop it. No, I mean it.
I was going to say, it's like they're trying to funnel. That's what it comes down to, is they want to fish you in. They want to take your money, and that's not what this group is about. It's really not.
We do want your money.
And, well, but the thing is look how many earnings reports that are
Well, there
presented.
is that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't fake that. You just can't fake it. So, why not? I don't know.
There's a brand new.
There.
This is incredibly important. I want to leave you with this thought. David Mills just put out an all-new MP3, and we've been getting rave reviews on this. It's where is it? Right here. Click through here to download the MP3 about make money online offers and the rest of the elements to online success. This is right here in your April 21st latest news feed. It's by David Mills, and I think it's really going to bring things home for you. Okay, for all my sarcasm, I get in a fist fight for you, and I think that everybody here knows it. Okay, I want to see you have massive success. We have. Oh my gosh, Daryl Ferguson got my first $200 from a customer today. Congratulations, Daryl! Look at that. Earnings.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Awesome.
Look at what do you say? Do you see David McWilliams' comment in there? In the
there's a lot of comments. Let me find out. Oh, you mean in the
way at the bottom, like 3 to the bottom.
Go to webinar or in the Facebook?
Yeah, go to webinar. Sorry.
Okay, let me have a look. David McWilliams.
Should pull him live.
All right, we'll do it. Gotta find him. This has been a lot.
Let's call on people.
Yeah, I can't find him, but I'll just bring him live and see what happens. David McWilliams. Let's find out if David has a speaker. David, are you there? David McWilliams?
Hi there.
Hey, man. What did you, I didn't see your post, but David said you posted something. What did you say?
Well, I've managed to pay for the course this week in its entirety, from getting a customer on board, using the strategies that you guys taught. Yeah, so I got.
Is this an earnings report? Are we getting a live earnings report?
My very first official live earnings report, $3,000 a month off a new client.
So what's the scoop? What happened?
Done a video for him. Sent him a YouTube link, sent him a DVD with a post-it note attached to the top. He called me in for a meeting, said, love what you've shown me, love what you're doing. I gave him a high price, a mid price, and a low price. And they went straight into the mid price with an agreement to move up to $5,000 a month after 3 months, once they see return on investment.
Oh my gosh. So $5,000 you made?
So I've made 3 plus 1,900 set up straight off the bat, month up front. And then I'll move to $5,000 a month after 3 months.
So you already collected $5,000, and in 3 months it's going to move to $5,000 per month?
Yes. So
OMG, kind of a sketchy investment for you, basically?
It was. I'm still thinking, is it worth it?
How'd you like this event today? Did you like the Amazon plus Google and the Death Star Reloaded?
Death Star Reloaded, I've already implemented as in as many places as I can. And the Amazon stuff blew my mind, if I'm being honest. I was unfortunately get sucked into another course prior to joining with you guys last year, and what you guys are teaching just blows it out of the water.
Yeah, but you didn't have to pay any more money for it, though.
No, not at all. No,
So doesn't that make you feel kind of bad about it? I mean, don't you feel like you should be, I don't know.
To be honest, I wish that money had went on other, PDNs and subscriptions for some social activation with that. But you live and learn.
Yeah, yeah. Well, OMG's a city on a hill, and why did we do this webinar today? Because of you, David. Because I knew that you were coming with this earnings report. Every single time someone joins our City on a Hill community, and is this the last of it for you, or are you going to be wrapping up?
Say that again, sorry?
Is this it for you, or are you going to keep wrapping up? Are you going to do more and more?
Well, for 8 months, I've been trying to be a local SEO company. Now, in the last 3 months, I've got another 3 clients. The last 2 months or month and a half since joining you guys, the clients that I've got have just been completely different caliber, and the way I'm approaching it's completely different.
That's wonderful.
So I'm really pushing hard for this.
What are some things that you're doing? What are some things that you're taking out of our training that are helping you, just to help other people?
Systemizing it, going through it with a process. These webinars are invaluable in my experience from what you guys are doing and the inspiration that you're doing. And then actually implementing real world things that actually work, rather than, it's hard to, if you don't have the knowledge, to implement something that you're not sure is going to work. But the confidence it gives you knowing that it's already working means you can implement it straight away, and it means that any clients you do bring on from a local perspective, or if you've got an affiliate site or whatever it is you're doing, you know that time is well spent because you're going to see a result.
I love it. David, thank you so much. It is so valuable to me. And it's so valuable to David Mills. It is so valuable to Greg Morrison. It's so valuable to Fletch, to Jimmy Kelly, and to each member of our City on a Hill community for you to come live, for you to share your experience, for you to open your heart. I just appreciate it. We did this bonus for you.
Thank you very much.
All right. God bless you. All right. So the word's in. OMG basically sucks. Sorry. We tried. Oh, just kidding. It's awesome. I know. All right. I want to congratulate David. Congratulations, David. Boom. That's awesome. Oh, man. Barn burner. This one has been a biggie. This one's been crazy. Jimmy, you just went nuts today. I really appreciate it.
I know. I've had a bottle of wine, so it could have something to do with it.
A whole bottle. Good for you.
Red wine, and Jimmy.
I get more. Yeah, I get more open and just want to help people.
Jimmy's gonna start getting bottles of wine.
Now remember that for the event. Everyone keep that in mind.
Now, does anybody actually want a bottle buy Jimmy Kelly a bottle of wine at OMG Live? If you're planning on attending OMG Live and getting Jimmy sauced and trying to pump him for information, let's see. Let's type in.
That's the best way to do it. I tell you what.
All right, let's see. What do we do for that? Pound OMG Live Nashville. If you're planning on joining us at OMG Live Nashville, give me a hashtag OMG Live Nashville. I'm just curious, just to get an initial head count, just from this event here. I'm just kind of curious how many people are planning on joining us. Because Jimmy, are you going to be spilling some beans on really getting down and dirty with some Amazon secrets?
Absolutely. I think we spilled a lot of good secrets at the last one. I'd almost be interested to bring Mike Hayden live and see what his thoughts were on the last
let's find out.
Last event. But
let's find out. Let's bring him live.
Absolutely. We try to spill some beans. Things that are not discussed. Bringing people into the inner circle. And OMG Live is in November, by the way, for all those questions.
Yeah, it's around November 15th. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people that are going to be coming. Mike Hayden, are you there?
Sure am.
Now, how far did you travel to go to OMG Live Nashville last year?
Well, it would have been quicker to go the other way around the world, but the flights don't fly that way.
So how far? How long did you travel?
I was in the air for, I think, 18 hours, but actual travel time was 28 hours. I was lucky with some direct flights.
And then how much did that cost you altogether?
Well, the flights were more expensive than the ticket.
All right. So I believe it was in excess of $5,000 for you. Was that right? Altogether?
Yeah, it was about $6,000. Yeah.
Okay. Worth it?
Well, given that I've made more than that this month, mainly from the stuff that I learned and connections that I made in Nashville, it was definitely worth it.
Wow, that sounds pretty good. So
yeah.
At OMG Live, I asked people to raise their hands if they made their money to come to the event. You're one of the people who made the money. We had 3 out of every 4 people who were at the event raise their hands. And so, what are some of the things that you got from OMG Live Nashville last year that helped you?
The biggest thing was the personal connections. You know, got with some people, like for example Clinton, and we launched our web design product that was a direct result from hanging out in Nashville. You know, got to spend some time with guys like Jimmy and yourself, and one of the biggest things for me though was meeting David Mills, and then actually the
a lot of
impromptu breakout session that he dropped all those bombs on law of implication, and then obviously the actual teaching itself was fantastic.
So basically it sucked.
Yeah. people should stay away.
Did you?
It was fantastic, and it's a long way for me to travel, both in time and cost, but the cost is negligible compared to the just on a financial scale of return on investment. Stay up for 48 hours each way.
And you dragged 11 Aussies with you.
Yes, so it was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. Now, what do you think about today's event?
Oh, it's fantastic. I've been implementing the PBN Reloaded stuff, and yeah, so that's been good. And yeah, definitely after today's event, I'll be working more on the Amazon front. I mean, some of that stuff, wow.
So basically, you wish that you were just chasing around shiny objects, and you wish that you were just on everyone else's list, right?
I do, yeah. Because sometimes I get lonely over in Perth. There's no one to talk to, so I just go and sign up to random lists. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm on. Pretty much the only lists I'm on are those spam ones that I keep getting signed up to for some reason.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Unsubscribe.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Well, I that's the perfect way to cap off this event. I want to thank everybody for joining this event. OMG is a city on a hill. It's a place where friends come together in Providence. I pray to Jesus Christ for each and every person here to have wisdom and health, and that God take care of you just like you're a little baby infant. And it matters to me very much. I want to see you to continue to have extraordinary providence, extraordinary success. Looks like 1 or 2 people are going to be coming to OMG Live Nashville, according to what I'm seeing on the Facebook page here. This has been a very special event for me. I loaded up for this. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll study the replay. I hope you'll gear up for our Amazon unit that's coming out with Brad Mabry. That is going to be awesome. I hope that you are gearing up to hear from Mike Swanson when we release his incredible list building extravaganza, and that you just rip into PBN Reloaded, to Death Star Reloaded. I cannot begin to tell you how important it is to be learning from these non-gurus. I am no guru. Greg is no guru. David Mills is no guru, nor is Fletch, nor is Jimmy, nor is Mike Swanson, nor is Brad Mabry. This is a guru-free zone, nor is Mike Hayden. These people that you're learning from. Mike Pierce, are you a guru?
Yeah.
You are not. Stop it. Listen, it is such a big deal.
The odd man out.
It is such a big deal because I will tell you what gurus do. Gurus flap their lips talking to other gurus. They sit around on Skype playing grab panties or whatever it is that they do, and they just regurgitate information and try to bilk you for money, and that's fine if that's what you want. But you get so much more learning from real people who are in the trenches, making money, loading up their wallets, getting filthy rich, doing this stuff. Okay, there's a reason why OMGers get 50 to 200 times success of these people that are out there claiming that their programs are the very best. Jimmy, the final word.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, pay attention to what's going on out in those, when you see those lists, you gotta consider the avenue that they're taking. What's their perspective? What's their end goal? They're not looking out for your best interest. They are looking out for getting money in their pocket. That is completely opposite of what David Mills, Mike Long, and Greg Morrison have put together. And they are doing nothing but looking out for your best interests.
Well, and we want money.
Well, money's good, but you care more about your people, and you know it's true.
Okay, that's true. But still, I want money. But it is true. Okay, I love each of you. I want you guys to absolutely destroy it with what you've learned today. Now, the last thing I want to hear is Amazon plus Google. Amazon plus Google. Let's see it. I want every single person here, every single person needs to commit to this, to be doing Amazon plus Google. Every single person. There's no excuse. It needs to be a part of your business model. Every single person needs to do this. I want your firm commitment, your code with me that you're going to do this. I want your word, and I want you to keep your word. Amazon plus Google. Every single person, Amazon plus Google. I want to see it from every single person. I can see who's on the event right now, so if you're not typing it, I know it. Okay? Amazon plus Google. I have 179 people still on this event. I want to see Amazon plus Google 179 times in this question box. Okay? It is such a no-brainer. It is such a no-brainer. It's so powerful. It is such an easy way to get started and to rocket forward. And I want you to have this. I want every single person to have extraordinary success here. It does matter so much to me. I would get in a fist fight for you. And, you guys know how I feel. Okay? OMG is a city on a hill. I want to see Amazon plus Google reports flying in like crazy. Amazizzle plus Google Zizzle. We got that from Dan Sheehan. Amazon plus Google. I want to see it from every single individual on this event. Everyone. Okay? Because I want you to have success with it. All right? There's Pip Patton. Pip came to OMG Live Nashville. You would not believe what Pip went through to go to OMG Live Nashville, by the way. Okay? But it was worth it. OMG is a city on a hill. Josh Irving, that is so lazy. A plus G. I like it. That's like the Mike Pierce method. Mike Pierce would have like some automated bots do it for him. All right.
I dragged my little brother out to me.
Mike would write an app for that.
All right, good. See, Rob Jeffries goes the extra mile. He actually types it out. I like that. This is a wonderful group. This is a wonderful, OMG is such a special place, and each individual matters to us so much. Never think that it doesn't matter to us. Never think that. I just, never in your worst dreams, I know what caring is. I know what it means. I've constructed it. I understand it. I definitely care about you. I definitely care about your success. I track this down for you. Do it. Okay, it is so powerful. We are doing things that are breaking the mold every day. This is so easy. This is so accessible. Every single individual can do this. Amazon plus Google. Okay, very powerful. Boom, boom, pow, Rob Jeffries. I love it. Let's get the boom, boom, pow going. Let me find this. Boom. Rob's a great guy. Lauren said she spent 3 days with the Black Eyed Peas when they were in Perth. I don't know what that means, or in Australia. I don't know exactly what that means, but sounds good to me. I will find the video and I'll add it. Give me a second. Let's see. YouTube.
You want to put up your email for questions, Mike?
My email?
For people that are wanting more. I've had a few. I see a few of those comments in there. Maybe you could just drop that in there for people.
Yeah, sure.
If you have questions on joining stuff or trying to get information on the products, email Mike Long.
All right, there we go.
Skype Jimmy.
Okay, no, definitely no Skype Jimmy. we need the limited amount of time that we have with Jimmy Kelly needs to be carefully focused and funneled. Okay, we have 291 comments on the Facebook thread from this. Rebecca says Amazon plus Googly Moogly. I like it. OMG Live Nashville will be the weekend of November 15th. That is when it will be. Awesome event. I love it. Mike Pierce, we're really glad you joined our City on a Hill. Really
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. This is gonna be a biggie. Big time. Ed Stapleton says Amazon plus Google equals love you long time. Amazoogle. That's right, George. That's right. Okay, OMG's City on a Hill. Very special individuals that we have that have combined and joined forces here, making millions of dollars a month. Very proud of each and every one of you. Very proud of this event. Liz, the beginners group, I will add you to the beginners group, Liz. No problem. I'll just do it right now. Right now, you'll get to see it happen live. Boom.
Hands together for Greg Morrison, too, for making this possible for each and every one of us.
Yeah, it's such an honor. It is such an honor working with Greg. I wish he was here today for this. This is Liz. All right, Liz, I'm going to have to, I'll add you later on. Make sure you're a friend with me, Liz, and I'll make sure to add you. Yeah, I keep this, I love this beginners group. This is great. And we will be launching an Amazon group soon. So thank you to everyone on this event. Thank you to David Mills. Thank you to Greg Morrison. Thank you to Fletch and everybody's involved. Incredible event today. Mike Swanson, Brad Mabry. We had Jimmy here, Mike Pierce here. Special guest that jumped on, Mike Hayden. We had Janet jump on, Jim, Dave. We had Dave Keys. We had Dave McWilliams. It's craziness, absolutely nuts. If I miss you, I'm sorry. There's so many people. It was so awesome. Just an amazing event today. Very proud of everyone who's involved in this event. OMG's a City on a Hill. It is all happening. I want to thank each of you. Jimmy, thank you. You make it a lot more fun. I'll tell you that much.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. God bless everybody.
I appreciate it.
Yep. Mike Pierce, thank you so much. Really excited about what we're doing with Nashville SEO. Very excited about Death Star Reloaded.
Thank you.
All right. God bless everybody. Good night.